right, so Jowua has sent me two cool new items. I'm going to start with the smaller one. This is the Invisible Foldaway Car Mount. And then we'll look at the 480-degree rotation car mount, which is larger but has a rotating head. Alrighty, so very nice packaging as per usual. Come to expect that with their products. There we go. And oh, very cool. Alrighty. So let's see. Yep, foldable, 360 rotation. Okay. So yeah, it looks like these both are going to do more or less the same thing. But here you can see like it's got a, so you can squeeze it to set for your iPhone and then it'll pop open. And it looks like there's a sticker. I don't know. I think it said there was a suction cup. I guess maybe this is it, but anyway. So yeah, oh, very nice. So yeah, I expect it's gonna go like this and it'll sit behind the display and then we'll fold up so it disappears. And then when you need it, you just pull it out and boom. And then I believe, yep, the ball head will actually rotate. So you can do it landscape or vertical. All right, cool. And this is the bigger one with a 480-degree rotation, which means it rotates on 2 axes, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look here. Again, pulling it out. I keep doing this upside down. All right, so there you go. So it's got the silicone roller. And, oh, again, very nice packaging. With some instructions. And got ourselves an installation frame. That's interesting. So yeah, that's very cool. So it looks like this one has a suction cup. As opposed to the other one, which has a sticky thing, this has like a suction cup that you can just go onto it. But it rotates like this, and then the head rotates this way or this way, etc. And you put your phone against that. This one, on the other hand, is not invisible, so it's always gonna be there. So basically, you could have it like this sticking out from the side of your display, and it would go here, and then you could go vertical or landscape. And again, you just, there you go. Super cool. Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. First of all, check out All Input is Error, Elon Musk. Definitely pick it up at the merch store. So today I wanted to talk about Jowua. We have a really cool, I've mentioned this a few times in earlier videos, but they have a couple of mounts, and they have this one, which is a suction cup mount, which is a 480-degree rotation. So it's like 360 plus it rotates up and down as well. And then they have an invisible mount as well. So I'm going to mount the invisible mount over here like so. By the by, as you take this out of the packaging, it took me forever to figure out how to put this back in again, but this little cardboard thing is kind of a guide for where to put it. So basically you're going to use that. I'm going to peel off this sticker and I'm going to put it on here like that, and then we'll stick it on. And then the deal with this one is that this one actually disappears. So if you care about like not having it visible, I was actually going to put this one over on this side, but I really have liked this because this is super, super solid. And since I'm doing videos, the less, jiggling that there is, the better. So I've decided to just go with it that way. But anyway, these are amazing. Like, I've been filming with this and driving over pretty rough roads, and it's actually been really, really solid. So this one is suction cup mounted, so you can actually adjust this as you wish. There's a little lever in the back that you pull out to pull the suction cup off, and then you just move it and you could reposition it however you want. I like where it is. The suction cup also has a little piece of plastic over it when you first get it. I did a quick video of it when I was first installing it about a week ago. Okay, forgive the slightly gloomy appearance here. We have the, I'm going to install the suction cup version of the Jowua because I actually am going to record a video while driving. So that'll be a pretty cool use case for this. So basically what you do, and by the by, I made the mistake of taking the cardboard part off as I took it out of the packaging. You should probably leave it on, but you want it like this. You want it sticking out the top where it says installation frame. And basically what we're going to do, again, forgive it's nasty outside, so I'm trying to do this in the garage, but basically we're going to do it like that. We're going to put the frame on. So we're going to peel off the sticker. We're going to unhook it, and then we're going to press that down once we put that on. So I unfortunately don't have enough hands to do the whole thing, but I'll show you when it's finished. All right, and we're done, and you can see it's pretty well solidly in there. I like the fact that it's a sticker for this. By the way, I mean, I found this sort of useful to give me a basic idea, but since this is, especially because it's a suction cup, not a sticker, sorry. I think I said the wrong thing. But anyway, since it was a suction cup and I could move it, I just found it easier just to kind of put it on there myself. And I used this as a guide, but then I took it off when I put it on. So anyway, you can rotate this sideways like that, and then you can move it like that into portrait or landscape. I have a feeling this will be very helpful for people like me who actually prefer ways over other things, because I just like the fact that they have police and all that other stuff on there. So you could actually do that. You shouldn't do this, but certainly one could play movies and things like that as one was driving also. You can't do that with Tesla. By the way, just got new 2021.4.3 with minor fixes. So apparently nothing really has changed, but new version of software. But anyway, so yeah, you stick it in there. You move these guys in, and there's a little button here so you can push it open. I will measure that distance apart, but it is, I've got a regular iPhone 12 and it's got tons more room, so I'm sure it would be able to take the iPhone 12 Max. I have a feeling there's probably some Galaxies or something that might be a little pushing it, but it's got tons of extra room. So I will definitely measure the widest width so that you can tell how big it is if you want to try putting that on. Between that kind of stickiness on it and the suction cup, it's really solid. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. So anyway, we're gonna look at this. We're gonna put this on. First thing I'm going to do, by the by, is I'm going to give this area, this is a very slightly damp paper towel. Then I'm going to give it a slightly drier paper towel. I'm then going to go and get myself someplace in here. I've got an eyeglass cloth. So back together again. There. I'm just going to take an eyeglass cloth and just wipe off any lint. So one thing that's important to know, I'm not going to do it today because I want to kind of semi-permanently mount it, but this 3M tape here, that's here, if you need to take this off and it's back there, you can twist it. You have to give it some force, but if you twist it sort of back and forth, you know, clockwise and counterclockwise, the sticky tape will break and you can mount it someplace else. In addition, they also provide another sticky pad with this, so if for some reason this gets old or something like that, you can just take out the other one and mount it that way. So anyway, here we go. Let's give this a shot. I don't know why I'm so hesitant with things that have sticky tape on them. It's not that big a deal, but I'm always like, oh gosh, make sure it works right. So anyway, installation frame, move it down into, ooh, wow, that is really sticky. Okay, move it into position like that, and then a little bit of a squeeze. I'm just gonna hold it for like 5 or 6 seconds, give it a good squeeze, and then I should be able to just remove the cardboard. So the deal with this one that's different than the one over here is that you can slide this back and voila, it's gone. Just like magic. So if you, like, I would suggest, my thinking on this is if you just want something like this once in a while, that you could get the Invisible Mount. If you want something that's a little bit more robust, and especially one that's movable with the suction cup on it, then you could get this one, and you don't mind having this thing visible all the time. By the way, look how nicely it matches the wood grain here, so it's very nice. And also you can see that as well here, so you can raise this and then sort of extend it and turn it, etc., like that, right? So it's got all of that, and then squish it in. I have thought ahead and brought measuring tape. So we're gonna see, we're gonna see exactly how big you can go between these two. Let me make sure that this is extended all the way. All right, so just to make sure that your phone will fit this, the widest opening I've got here is just about 9 centimeters exactly, or a little over 3.5 inches, and that should be, I believe, yeah, it's identical between these two. So each of them will hold, will hold the same size phone. So this is, Hayden is my cameraman, by the way. Give him a thumbs up. There you go. Thank you, Hayden. I'm trading him math homework help for filming today. So it's a beautiful day, by the way. Anyway, so you can see it fits a smaller phone like this. you need to fix your, this is not a screen that's cracked, it's actually the screen protector. But anyway, you can also, of course, so we have the Jowua mount that I've done, and there's an episode about that. This is amazing. This is much more powerful than the one that comes with Tesla, but the Tesla installed mount. But anyway, I really like this a lot, but obviously you can't wirelessly charge while it's mounted. So you can obviously plug in your cord, and there, you know, the USB thing that's down here, and then you can just, right. So obviously, probably this is a little bit much stuff, so I'd tuck this in. But anyway, so if you were going for a longer trip, you could definitely plug this in and have it charging while it's like this. Also note, this is significantly, right, it's not going anywhere with this, and you can move this up like this into a higher position. You can rotate this vertical, you can rotate it horizontal, whatever you want. There's a little button in the back, you push it, it comes out, put it away. Obviously, same sort of deal over here. I can tell this one's newer because it doesn't even, whoop, there we go. So anyway, you can turn it sideways, turn it right side up, move it around. So what are the use cases for this? Honestly, I have to admit, Jowua, by the way, sorry, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, but they provided me with both of these free of charge. So, and they do not have any editorial control. I'm just doing my own review of this, so that's that. But there is a coupon code in the description that I've got, and if you use that coupon code, you save $5 off the price of these, which is awesome. And also the channel will get a little teeny commission. So I appreciate that, thank you. But I just wanted to be clear about that in case there was any question. So they do not have any editorial control over this. This is my own review, but they did provide these things for no cost, and also I would get a small commission if you do purchase them. So anyway, so back to the use cases. What I was going to say is that when they first told me about these, the charger itself I was super excited about, because my wife's phone, if you watch that video, her phone with the basic Tesla charger does not charge. Like the phone, the case is too thick, and so it doesn't go through, the wireless charger doesn't work. But with this charger, it's a much more powerful charger, and so it works just Jim dandy. So that, I was really excited about that. I was not nearly as excited about these mounts as I was about the wireless charger, but having used this one for a week now, I'm like really in love with this thing. So I think it was, I kind of thought like, well, the Tesla screen does everything. But basically, I really, really like Waze as a navigation co-pilot, because it has like road hazards, police, things like that. So I found myself putting my phone up here and using it with Waze and keeping it up there so I can see it. In addition, I also listen to audiobooks and stuff, and yes, I know the media is up here, but sometimes it's easier to control it just from the phone interface itself. Now, I'm not saying don't watch videos on it, because that's a bad idea while you're driving, but your partner, your passenger could definitely watch videos, right? So YouTube and Twitch and Netflix, etc., are not enabled in the car when you're driving, but certainly if you have a mount like this for your passenger could, you know, watch a movie or something, and you can obviously have it hooked up through Bluetooth, so you can be listening to it as well. But this is a really nice thing, because you can actually kind of turn it away from the person who's driving so that you're not distracting them. So this one, the reason I'm not using this over here is specifically because I have found this mount to be so effective for doing filming, and I know that's unusual, but, you know, given this day of COVID and everything, I could see that a lot of people perhaps are driving or using their cars and taking video calls like Zoom calls or Skype or something like that. And so having a mount like this, you notice that you can put this up, and this one as well, pretty high. So this can be really face level. And if you watch some of my other recent videos, you'll see that I'm able to record at a very high angle, so I'm not, you know, shooting up from here like this or something. So I think that's also a really, really good use case. In my case, for filming YouTube videos, but for other people, it is a really good idea if you're doing video calls or even FaceTime calls or something, you know, with just family and friends while you're driving. This is great. I really do appreciate the fact that they have matched the wood grain with the color on here. And this one, again, is great. Let me get it out of the way because it just disappears. So it's like gone until you need it. and then you can pull it out. This one has a little more turning capability because, like they say, it's 480 degrees. So it's basically, this goes 180 degrees and this goes 360 and wiggles around and all sorts of fun things. So you can make this kind of do whatever you want. So yeah, I, like I said, was not super enthusiastic about these until I got them, and now I'm super enthusiastic about them. I think if I had to return these, I probably would actually purchase them from Jowua, or at least one of them. I think I would do that. Actually, honestly, I would probably do both because my wife likes to watch stuff while we're driving. So this is great. And I really do like the fact that you can't see it. I love the fact that it's hidden back there. That's a really, really cool thing. I do like the fact that this is suction cup mounted. So if I ever decide that I want to put it for some reason in the middle or something like that, I can do that, whatever. But anyway, those are my thoughts about this. I hope you, find this interesting. Obviously, if you don't need something like this, you don't need something like this. But if you do, these are not, they're reasonably priced. I think they're $39 US. And you can save $5 off with the coupon code, and you can help the channel out. So hopefully it's something that if you're interested in a product like this, and I guess, you know, looking at people, I was actually taking a trip this weekend and I stopped at a couple of superchargers and I kind of looked in people's front windshields to see if they had them, and quite a number of people have these dashboard mounts. So I think it's more popular perhaps than I at first gave it credit for, but I really, really like these. I think they're very reasonably priced and they look good. They're quality. They don't jiggle around, which is good. I guess you can probably tell from when you're listening to me when I'm driving, you don't hear this thing going like that, right? So if it was something cheap and making a lot of noise while I was driving around, I would definitely get rid of it immediately. But I'm definitely keeping these. I think they're marvelous. And that's what we got. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it fun and informative and interesting. And definitely don't forget about the merch store with this t-shirt, All Input is Error. And in the meantime, feel free to ask me questions in the comments or at my email address, which is drknowitallknows@gmail.com. Till next time, bye-bye.